call this program today Mind the Gap. When this age of pestilence is over, and I will again travel to London to see my beautiful grandson, when I step off the train, I will hear a robotic voice telling me to mind the gap. They just don't want anyone tripping and falling onto the railroad platform and causing a stir, I'm sure. But to an American tourist, it always sounds a little silly and it makes me want to giggle a bit. It's as though there is a dignified gentleman, maybe like Sir Walter Raleigh, holding my elbow and guiding me over a rough place. To tell the truth, I think there are many times in my life that I wish someone would hold my elbow and tell me to mind the gap. Sometimes when we are alone and have nobody to watch out for us, the gaps can be somewhat frightening, more like chasms than gaps. And there are so many gaps to be dealt with in life. Now, I'm not just talking about irregular sidewalks, although I have skinned a couple of knees on them. I'm thinking about decisions, moment to moment bumps to be navigated in our lives that can trip us up. Wouldn't be great if a robotic voice just scrawled, awkward and embarrassed because we stubbed our figurative toe on a rough spot? Is there someone there to pick us back up and brush us off? When we do something really, really dumb or say something hurtful that we immediately regret, don't we hope that someone somehow will come to our rescue and make it better? Where was that robotic voice when we needed it to caution us? The way we manage to go on is usually with the help of a live person we call our friend. An old song comes to my mind, "Someone to Watch Over Me." I promise not to sing it, but I remember the words. There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be someone who will watch over me. I spent a couple of hours reading the Bible, trying to find out what Jesus had to say about friendships. I found that he seemed to say a lot about loving one another and a lot about helping others, but very little about being friends. Wait a minute. I was brought up in the Baptist church, and I sang "What a Friend We Have in Jesus" about 1,000,000 times. I know that Jesus must have had friends. He was a great guy. But what does that tell us? Maybe there is an aspect of love in friendship, an aspect of helping others that we forget about. Maybe being a true friend is something more than fun and games. Maybe we should look at friendship from a different direction. Friendship must be a two-way deal. I help you out, you help me out. To have a friend, you must be a friend. When someone else is having trouble navigating a rough place, a gap in their lives, maybe my hand should be under their elbow, my voice cautioning or reassuring them. Maybe we should be the bridge over the gap. I think about the UU principle that says we are a part of the web of existence. If one person's having a struggle in his or her corner of this delicate web, we better all pay attention. Our being a friend can strengthen the web for all. Our ignoring another's struggle may bring us all down. I sometimes think of friendships like a seesaw. It really takes two people participating to make it work. The Simon and Garfunkel song, "Bridge Over Troubled Water," that Michael played, is one of my favorites. I was a young person in the 60s when the world seemed to be turbulent, lots of troubled water, even as it is today. I could always picture a bridge of calm rationality to save us from the crazy political times. The assassination of President John F. Kennedy and his brother Robert, and Martin Luther King, the Vietnam War. Somehow our country held together and survived the turbulence. There were enough hands under elbows guiding and supporting that we muddled through the gap. I always hope that I will be that kind of a friend to get through hard times, the gaps in their lives. I chose to read, say again, I chose to read Durla the Lucky Dragon because it demonstrates the theory that even the unluckiest one can become successful if those around him or her are willing to lend a helping hand in time of need. You can call it the web of our existence, or you can call it being a friend. Can we talk here about hugs? When I walk into the foyer at our building and someone greets me with a big hug, I feel a sense of belonging, a sense of friendship and companionship like no other. I think that a Reiki master will propose that physical touch involves a transference of energy between two parties that is healing in and of itself. A hug not only conveys energy, it also conveys loving kindness, the very essence of friendship. We call our little church a fellowship. I asked myself and I asked Webster just what a fellowship is. And Webster said that it is a union of friends, companions, and individuals, a friendship. Ah, here is the hand under my elbow. Here is the voice to caution me against the gaps. Here is where I can go to seek help and comfort. This is my fellowship. Let us all reach out to help others mind the gap. Let us be a bridge over troubled waters. Let us say to others, you've got a friend.